Hello and greetings and Happy New Year. This is my tarot card reading for January 2013. Um, let's start with the entities that I have here. We have Oshumare, we have Oja, Yansa, and we have Oba. The only one upside down is Oshumare, and we have Oja with Oba. Oja is an entity, it's an Orisha that she loves bringing changes. And they're sudden, they're quick, sudden and quick changes. So that's what the tarot cards are letting us know, that the year is going to open up, is marking with changes, sudden and quick changes. And these make us think of the planet Uranus. Uranus is a planet that loves bringing changes, but at the same time, it brings rebellion and creativity. It's a planet that needs to solve the problems and approach changes in a very different way. But changes are coming. Oba is letting us know that we must take decisions during this month. So a lot of decisions are going to be taken. They have to be it's something quick and sudden changes, sudden, quick changes. For nations, what we're saying is that, for example, Japan, Greece, Europe, like Spain, even Australia. Australia is not Europe, I know. France, Germany. There's sudden, quick changes in every single aspect of life. And Oshumare, which is upside down, is letting us know that this is a very chaotic energy, is a very young energy, is propitiating changes, quick, sudden changes in every single aspect of a person's life, a nation, things like that. So it's very quick and sudden changes. We should expect the rise of more rebellion, more people marching on the streets, claiming for changes. They want the nations, the countries, the governments to make changes in whatever aspect it is. It could be a law. We could say that United States, we're going to see that with the gun control. But not only gun control, money, because we have to remember Saturn is on Scorpio. So all that stuff are going to be the main topic. That's what we're going to see. Changes and more changes. People are asking for changes. Nations are asking for changes. They want changes, but these changes are going to happen rather quick, sudden, and they're going to be pushed with a lot of rebellion, a lot of strikes, and things like that. Oba is letting us know that we also have to be very careful and we have to listen to the changes, because the changes are there, the signs are there. So we have to listen and look at it so we are able to act wisely. We have here the astrological cards. We have the Devil, representing Saturn, Capricorn, and Mars. And then we have Gemini, the Chariot of Gemini, with Gemini and the North Node of the Moon. What we're seeing here, I already said that there are changes coming, quick and sudden changes. The Devil here is letting us know that there are aspects in our lives, be it in the family, job, whatever it is. It could be a nation. We are breaking up, breaking off. We're breaking down, bringing down chains. Whatever situation we feel like we are slaves, that we are chained into, those changes are coming. We're gonna break off with that. Simply put, like say Greece, Europe, they want to break up with the debt. It's a load. They're chained into it. So there is probably a tendency to try to break off with those austerity measures. So that's what I'm talking about. Those kind of riots that people are asking for changes to eliminate those loads, those austerity, those things that are making us feel that we are kind of slaves into a situation, to a monster. Saturn and Mars with Capricorn is letting us know that there are changes coming, quick, sudden changes. This is going to be like a very impulsive energy, but Saturn is also controlling that situation, keeping things under control. Capricorn is also letting know, it's giving us this kind of sensation that Capricorn is related with high goals, high standards, and Saturn, which is the ruling planet, is bringing that sensation of stability at the same time. But Mars is very impulsive, and that's what creates this kind of interacting energy where there's kind of an contradiction here going on. But we could say that at the same time there is also light. It depends how you want to see it. But the energy of the devil with Saturn, Capricorn, and Mars is letting us know that changes are coming related with something that we feel we are enslaved. Gemini chariot with the Mercury and the North Node is letting us know on the aspect of whatever makes us feel stable, secure. That's where the changes are coming. Structure, if you know what I mean, structure. Then Mercury is talking about communications, whatever is related with communication, our pattern of thinking at the same time. So you should be expecting changes in all that department of anything that is related with stability. Communication wise, because we have Saturn, we could say that during the month of January the communication won't be that great, because Saturn is going to be testing those communication mechanism to see if they're really good or not. So you might expect also tense moments during the month of January, because Saturn and Mercury, they're together. But at the same time, Mercury is letting us see the world in a very different perspective, because he's kind of a trickster and he wants us to see the other side of the coin. So just keep that in mind. And later on I'm going to keep talking more about these changes and all this stuff. Okay, let's start looking at the different cards that we have here. We have here the first week of January, which is upside down, and it's letting us know that there are changes. We want changes, we want something different, we want something new. And this is obvious on the first 8 days of January. We are tired of the same stuff, the routine. We probably have achieved a lot of stuff in our life. We have achieved our goals, our mission, whatever it is. Now we got there, now we want something different, we want something new. And that's what we're seeing during the January 2003. That's the perspective that we have for January 2003 in the first 8 weeks. By the second week, what we're seeing is adventure, we could say like that, is new projects, things that start anew. We don't have a lot of experience, technically speaking, but what is letting us know is the commencement of something new. We were tired, we were bored of a situation, we wanted something new. By the second week, meaning from the January 8th to 16th, what we're going to see is that new project, things that are coming anew. We might have a little bit of experience, we might have an idea of what we want, where we're going. The thing is that finally we're taking the steps, the beginning. Then by the January 16th to the 24th, the third 8 days, what we're seeing here is this kind of energy that is making us feel more secure, more stable, of what we want, where we want to go. That's the kind of sensation that is affecting us during 2013. What it means that nations are going to feel very secure, but at the same time this is Leo represented, so nations, people, we, everyone is going to center on themselves. They're going to pay more attention to their needs, what they want, what they need, all that kind of stuff. So during the third week of January, that's the kind of energy that we're seeing, and highly probable during that week is we're going to start seeing more riots, more strikes, and all that kind of stuff. Or we can start new projects, and we start now feeling more secure of what we want. We have to see it everything on a different perspective. What the energy is letting us know, that this sensation of being secure and feeling comfortable with us is there, but this is a Leo energy, so it's kind of a self-centered situation that we're experiencing during this week of January 2013. Let me give you an example. Let's say Greece. Let me put Greece as the best example. People, the government, they got tired of the same situation, and that new projects they start developing, new stuff. There could be new riots by the second week. Then by the third week, the new riots and all that stuff, new groups, whatever it is, they're starting to feel like more secure, more stable. They feel that what they're doing is the right thing. That's the kind of situation they're feeling. It's making them feel secure. If it is a relationship that you are in, it applies the same thing. You probably got tired of the same relationship that you have, the kind of situation, and you want something different, you want something new. You can do that by changing boyfriend or girlfriend, or just simply working with that situation, and then it engages you in a new project, something new, a new path, whatever it is. Then by the third week, it may start making you feel more happy, more stable, and then you're more concentrated in your needs. Does it make sense what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy that is moving during 2013 January. Then by the last week is the 24th of January till February, 8 days. And this is letting us know that by the last week of January and the first 2 days of February, the kind of energy is a comeback to the same stuff. So in other words, what we're seeing here is that we're pushing for changes. We want changes. We want this. We want that. We start new projects, new riots, new strikes, whatever it is, new jobs, new house. We move to a different country, whatever it is. We're moving, we're doing things, and at the end, we end up in the same situation. Because the grass always looks greener on the other side. Then we realize that everything is going to come to the same situation that we were before. In other words, it seems like nothing changes. It seems like nothing changes. When we look on the vertical and horizontal line, we have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands here. Is letting us know one is upside down, the other one is upright. It's like a yin and yang situation. We could say that it's very balanced, but it's letting us know that we are tired of the routine. We want something different, and then that situation is pushing us to do something about it. We're going to start feeling protected. We're going to feel that 100% sure that's what we want, that sensation, stability. We're going to start center our attention into ourselves, of what we want and how we're going to get there quick and fast. Then by the horizontal line is letting us know that we're going to start new projects, new things. We might have a little bit of experience, not a lot, but we might have an idea, a concept. There's not a lot of experience, there's an idea of what we want, how we're going to get it, and all that stuff, and we start that new project. The situation is that it's letting us know that that new project is pushing us to more of the same. When we put all the together, that new projects, that tiredness of being on the same situation over and over, what is letting us know that it's creating an atmosphere in us, is creating something, and it's making us think, the hangman, is making us think about our boring situation, about the same thing. We want changes, and again, we see that during 2013, January is a month full of changes. There is the desire for change. We want the change, but we have to listen carefully. We have to pay attention on our communications, because even everything is well aspected, the changes are well aspected, we might end up doing the same thing that we did before. We might end up moving to a situation where we wanted to escape and we ended up in the same situation. We might leave behind something and we end up in a similar situation. This kind of stuff not necessarily means that it's bad. You can change a good job for another good job. You just have to see things in every single aspect. Because I'm talking about changes doesn't mean that it's negative. Change is a neutral form. We are the one that feeling if it is negative or not. That's what we're seeing. That's what being expected for January 2013. Here we have what I call the trilogy, and the trilogy is going to add more information about these changes that we're seeing during 2013. Here we have the Nine of Cups, the Devil again, and the Page of Swords. And yes, we're going to be back on the same situation, similar situation, like we say is the same dog with a different leash. And that's what is going on. We end up in the same situation. It's very similar, the situation and everything. We might have changed a few things, but it's technically the same situation. The difference is that it's going to make us feel a little bit more on the defensive mode. We're going to be chained again to the same situation, but this time there's a little bit of a difference. We have a little bit more experience. A little bit more experience. We don't have a 100% experience, but we have learned from the past, and we are now incorporating those experiences to this same situation that we're going through. Okay? So in other words, we want to finish the austerity. We want to be free of debt. We want a different boyfriend, a different girlfriend. We want a different job. And we end up in the same situation. But this time we go, I've been there, have done it. I know how to do it. I know how to work it out. I can manage better now because I learned and I gained some experience. Okay? These two cards here, the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords, is letting us know it's something very simple. It's related with Mercury, and especially Gemini. So it's letting us know that between all these possibilities that are going to open up for us during 2013, January, we're going to be a little bit confused. We don't know which path we're going to be taking. We don't know if we were going to be taking the left, the right, or even the center path. It's going to be a very tough situation because there's choices that we have to make during 2013 January. It's normal. We all face that predicament when we have to make choices in life, and that's normal. Okay? These cards are letting us know that this sensation, stability of feeling secure is going to be very, very emphasized during 2013 January, and is at the same time we're gaining experience, and it's making us be a little bit more on the defensive or offensive mode. We're going to be more alert. This time, we know, we have learned from the past. That's why always letting us know that we have to look to the signs. We have to listen carefully to the signs. So that way, we know what we're going to do, how we're going to interact. Because there are changes, obviously are going to come a lot of changes in January 2013. Economically, politically, in every single word, meaning of the word of change. Okay, and I hope that this is giving you an idea of what is coming. You see that there's a lot of ones, a lot of ones, letting us know that it's related with new projects, new things that start. They're going to start during January, projects and new energy emerging. Not a lot of experience, but we have definitely learned from the past. So we're going to incorporate to these new situations, new projects, our new experiences. Okay, it's going to end up the same thing. The government is not going to do nothing new. They're going to keep doing the same austerity measures, nothing new, the same laws, the same things. They're just going to change this and that, and that's it. The same thing with boyfriend, girlfriend situation. We're going to probably change boyfriend, girlfriend, but we're going to end up with a girlfriend or boyfriend that is similar than the one that we had before. The difference is that we have changed ourselves. We know how to deal with the situation, how to approach properly the situation. Okay, so I hope that this is giving you an idea what to expect during January 2013. Here we have the tarot cards related with warning or advice, counseling, whichever way you want to see it or interpret it is up to you. We have St. Patrick upside down, St. Magdalene upside down, and the Seven of Cups upside down. All of them are upside down. But to make them a little bit more positive, the outlook, we are letting us know, the cards are letting us know that during 2013 January, we have to focus in our subconscious. There's a lot of stuff emerging, and it's obvious. Saturn is in Scorpio, so a lot of stuff are going to come out from our unconscious. So we need to learn to deal with that, because that's the only way we are going to find purpose in life. Our purpose in life, the purpose of our nation, of our family, what we really want. We need to really deal with our demons during January 2013. Technically speaking, that is a birth, rebirth thing going on. And that's what is the cards letting know. We want changes. We have to face our demons. We have to take the skeletons out of the closet. We have to face reality, and then and only then we can have really positive changes. That's why we have all of us saying, listen. That's why we might have the chance that we might end up on the same situation that before, the same predicament, or we might end up in a similar predicament but with more experience. It all depends what you want to do. You want to be on the same situation, you end up on the same situation, you don't want to do anything, then it's going to be a very chaotic change for you. But if you have learned from your past and you have been able to face your demons, to pull out the skeletons from the closet and face the reality, Saturn in Scorpio, then, only then, you're going to see positive changes in your life. Otherwise, obviously, it's going to be on the negative side. It all depends on what you want to do, how you see it, and how you deal with the situation. And that's why the Orishas are talking, saying, listen, there are coming changes, but you have to listen, you have to look at the signs. And that's what the cards here are letting us know. We need to deal with those changes that are coming from really deep, deep within us. And when we're able to face it, then we will be able to have a really great change in our life. Remember, we have to learn how to mix the persona, the shadow, and bring it to the ego, and the ego to the self. And I'm citing Carl Gustav Jung psychology here. I hope that 2013 is a wonderful year for you, and Happy New Year.